Welcome to the Big Cat Lounge podcast. I'm your host, Big Cat KZ. Thank you so much for listening in. The Big Cat Lounge is where we interview guests in a casual lounge setting from all over the world. We are on the way to achieving Big Cat International status. New episodes are dropped weekly on all places you listen to podcasts. Please rate and subscribe to help us grow. Welcome to the Big Cat Lounge podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Big Cat KZ, and today's guest comes from Morocco in the Tangier metropolitan area. He is an Android development team leader who is currently working as a developer for the student club. We welcome Manal BENCHRIF to the Big Cat Lounge podcast.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Thank you for your invitation.
Thank you so much for coming here. So tell me a little bit about how you got started. How did you decide to go into like big data and that type of field?
Yeah, sure. So I am Manal BENCHRIF from Tanger, as you said, and I am currently an engineer student in information system and big data. So if you're asking me how I get to big data in general, I was passionate about technology in general, so not big data specifically, but technology in general. So I study mathematics, physics. Then I decided to specialize into information system at the beginning. Then I discover big data world. So it's amazing word. It's where you can find big data all what you want. So I'm now an engineer student.
And are you almost done? How far are you through your program?
So I am a fourth year. So I have 1 year to graduate. And the program, if you ask about the program, it's all about how to manage data, how to analyze it, how to visualize it in dashboards, how to work with it, interact with it also, how to use it with a smart way, and extract value from the data.
How did you get started with the developer student club?
Yeah, so it's another story. So from this broadcast, I want to encourage students and maybe people who work to start in this world. It's about a Google Developer Students Club. So I make a broadcast also with a GDG, which is a club related to Google. I make a workshop about how to build your first Android application. Then they choose me to be a core team with them. Then to be a leader at mobile development. And the good news that I am this year the leader in my university of Google Developer Students Club. So I was selected by Google and I get the chance, hopefully.
That is exciting. That truly is. And yeah, I guess what made you decide to focus just on Androids versus like Apple or some other platform? Did you find it was like a lot easier to get in, or I guess, yeah, what decided you to pick Android?
Yeah, thank you for the question. No, it's not about it's easy. It was by chance. My first internship were about building your first app in Android. So I discovered this word and I find it just amazing. I will be curious about it. So I try to focus on it and learn it and then share what I learned with students. So this is the beginning of the story, but I'm related to big data more.
And it's pretty exciting just to learn, go through the process and be able to really develop your own app, right? I mean, just to see that result, because a lot of the times you'll have a vision and then there's always things that come up, but to be able to execute and see it come to life, must have been exciting.
Yeah, it's really like You have an idea, you try to develop it, some coding, some lines, and some errors too. But the result, it's satisfying. And what make me happy more, it's not develop application for me. When people ask you to develop an application for them, for their need, for their to solve a problem, maybe to solve a problem in society.
And when you've created, workshops, it's kind of difficult to, create engagement. Sometimes a lot of people are shy and not willing to, ask a question or just interact. So how do you go about, creating that engagement or making sure people feel like they're involved?
Yeah, absolutely. You are right. So in my workshops, my device is we are here to learn together. So I'm not the best one. Maybe in the audience there are many people who are better than me. I'm just here a pipeline between me and you. So I always tell students and the other audience, don't be shy. Ask question. Maybe your question gonna give us an opportunity that I don't give you as a speaker.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Yeah, just being able to knowledge share and have an open forum really helps a lot of people just be dedicated to consume information. Because if you don't have the webinar, or if you don't have a dedicated time slot, then it's going to be difficult for someone to just
Yeah. And you know
have the
what?
opportunity.
Yeah, sure. And you know what? These questions that audience ask make you develop more, and they try to improve yourself more. I remember a workshop that I did about LinkedIn, how to build a strong profile. So one of the students asked a question that I didn't know the answer. I
Yeah.
never thought about it. So what I'm gonna say to these students are, okay, it's easy. I say, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer, but I will search it for you and for me, and then share it with you. Here, I improve myself as well as the other person. So always ask questions. There is no stupid questions in workshops.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's an open forum, and really it's to give back to the community, because like you said, everyone's in this together trying to knowledge share and learn from each other's mistakes or just obstacles that you encounter. Tell me a little bit about Hacktoberfest. That must have been really unique for you to attend, right? You attended it last year?
Yeah, of course, sure. It's a great opportunity to talk about it. So it's a competition that starts in October for that Hacktoberfest. So it's encourage students to enter the world of open source coding. So I have a project. I upload it as an open source to help other people, and many students contribute. Maybe I develop a website, and I upload the code, and other students gonna make an improvement on my website. So here they are contributing on a solution to make it better, to make it maybe easier, maybe to solve a problem. So here we are encouraging students to contribute more in open source community. So if you ask about the competition, how to win it, it's very simple, very easy. You should contribute at least at 4 projects, and the other person, the owner of the project, improve what you did. So you did something that is amazing, something that's gonna help, and you get a t-shirt as a gift and some stickers.
Yeah.
But here the important thing what is to have that mindset of contributing on society. To be honest with you, even if I am a developer, even if I am a student in information system, at the past I didn't contribute in society. So when I discovered this competition, what I loved or what changed in me as Manal is to start contributing and have that mindset of helping other. By helping other, you are going to improve yourself. So, for example, if you want to contribute in a project of building a mobile app, for example, and this project the owner asked of a solution for an issue, and you didn't know it, so you're gonna search it, you're gonna maybe find this as your own. So here you are improving by yourself and the community as well. You get the idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all about a community. It really is. And with code itself, there's so many different ways to write the code. So it's always unique to see how someone's looking at tackling the problem, because there's just so many different solutions that you can come up with. There's always not one specific way. There's multiple methods.
There are a lot of ways, and as people, they are different. The code are different, so you can find some people who think really smart. They can make the code in 2 lines. Other people, they can make it on 10 lines, but the result is the same. So here we are improving.
Yeah, it's an ongoing improvement. No matter what. It's ongoing. How do you know like which certificates to pursue that are like worth your time? Because even for me, I'm in the finance industry. There's just so many small niche certifications now. There's just so many courses, training, so can become like overwhelming as to like what you should focus on. How do you know like which one was worth your time?
Yeah, sure. It's a good question. So to be honest, at the first I make a mistake. So I just study all the certification and don't know the value of this certificate. So I was about having a lot of certificates. No, it's not that important. The important thing is to have a great certificate with a great learning path. So you extract a value from that certification. So if you ask me now, how I choose my courses, how I choose the certificates. First of all, I look at the overview of the students that take this lesson or this course. What are the review? So if it's good, okay, I will look at the content at first. Is this good for me? It's gonna help me. I'm gonna improve with their certification. Next, I saw the company that provide their certification. Is this accredited or not? And it's not about accredited, but it's about also the structure of the content. For example, some companies have great courses, a great structure of the content. Others have a lot of things to learn, to do, but it's not. That's the great way to learn, the great path to follow, So what I do, I go to LinkedIn, I choose the keywords of X field, for example, big data. I see the content of people, their posts, what they saying, their review, and then I start my learning.
There's so much that we can do with LinkedIn as well, because it's a free resource. I mean, you can pay for certain features, but just having access to all those professionals and just being able to have the opportunity to send a message and to have a like-minded conversation goes a long way. But people aren't leveraging it to the fullest, and they really can be, but it's just they need to go about changing their approach. A lot of the times it's a help mindset, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So this brings us to our quote section. Fear is completely normal. Avoidance of fear creates more fear. Being fearless is BS. Just fear less. This comes from Mark Metry. What is something you wish you knew before you went into this industry? Something that you wish was brought to light for you?
I wish I knew that is hard. I didn't know that is hard. And it needs passion. It needs a lot of time. It needs to be strong, and it needs to have a great and strong personality. And maybe it's weird, but let me tell you something. When you are in this field, you're gonna be a little bit stressed with a lot of exams, a lot of courses to take. The time didn't. So you need to manage your time correctly. And here, maybe you can feel in some exams and stuff like that. You need to have a hard hair and to have a hard personality to surpass that.
It is really with ourselves, just like making sure we can come to an agreement with ourselves, like how we're going to maximize our time, because everyone has the same amount of time in the day, but it's just how are we going to be diligent to get all the tasks and everything we set forth accomplished.
Absolutely,
it's not easy, because
right.
if we're not doing a curriculum or anything, then it's forced upon us, so we need to be accountable.
Yeah, as you said, we have all the same number of hours in a day. Sometimes when I am with myself and I'm thinking why I didn't have enough time. No, the story, it's not about I didn't have the enough time. I have the time, but I don't manage it in the good way.
Yeah,
So
it's not easy for all of us.
it's not easy at all. Especially when you are doing a lot of things. You know, I'm that kind of people. I'm doing a lot of things and I'm trying to manage myself and my time the maximum possible. But sometimes I failed, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, but that's how we learn, right? That's how we learn and grow, is through that.
Yeah, it's the curve learning.
Today's sponsor is Anchor FM app. Go download the free Anchor app today to get started. You can find it at your Play Store or App Store. It's everything you need to make a podcast, and it distributes everything for you so it can be heard on multiple platforms such as Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, and many more. This is what I'm currently using right now to edit and record my podcast, and you can do so from your phone or computer. And the tools are really easy to use to help document the Big Cat Lounge journey. So what are you waiting for? Go today and download it. What does the next 5 years look like?
Yeah, for me, so if you're asking me my 5 next years, I want to be my boss, my own boss, and the leader for others. So my boss to be to have a strong path, to know where I want to go, but also I want to be a leader for others, help others, be influenced by others, and also have that capability to share with others and get their trust. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So also I look myself at a good position in a company, working in the same field, of course, and trying to improve myself, because as you know, in the technology in general, they are improving. You can't say today big data and tomorrow we have big data. So we are improving here and things are changing. So I plan to follow this change and attend something that is big. Okay, something that is big, it's more specific. It's not a smart object, but what I know, I want to be in a good position.
We look forward to keeping in touch with your journey and finding out more. Have you seen any Moroccan cats? I hear there's a lot around Morocco and they live with the people.
Actually, no.
Oh, there's not that many cats on the streets or anything?
I don't think so. Maybe I didn't know, but for me, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. I guess, I don't know. Google said like that was a fun fact, that there's a lot of Moroccan cats. And I was like, oh, okay. Maybe Manal knows. I don't know. Anything else you'd like to share with the Big Cat Lounge community?
Yeah, sure. Maybe I am a student, and from my modest experience, I want just to say that never stop learning. And if you want great advice to learn, is share with others, students together. Never stop, never say that I can't attend this X, I don't know, objective. Try to do your best, try to work for it, and you will attend it one day. I was like you. I don't have a great experience, I don't have a great position, but what I did until now, it's great for me. It's not Manal of the past, so I wish you will change to have a great position, to have a great life. And I want to thank you, Kil, for this invitation. Honestly, I'm glad to be here with you, to share my own story with you. Thank you for listening for me and giving me this time.
Oh, thank you. If we want to follow your journey, where can we look?
Yeah, sure. Most of the time, I'm on LinkedIn. So the name is Manal BENCHRIF, and I'm also on Twitter and Dev, when you can post some articles and stuff like that. I think the information community gonna know it. So, but most of cases I'm on LinkedIn. You can find me. You can ask me any question you want. I will be there for you.
We are accepting applications if you think you have what it takes to be a big cat and be a guest on the show. Email us at bigcatlounge@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to the Big Cat Lounge podcast. Hope to see you soon.